in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and
Hey guys, welcome to
play.
today's tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to cut an underbust bustier with breast cup. We're going to be taking our vertical measurement right now, starting from our breast point measurement, which is 10 inches at this point. Then we'll mark our underbust measurement, which is 13 inches, our half length, which is 17 inches, then the length of the top. We're going to be making a back's waistline. So after the waist measurement, I came down by 4 inches. That will serve as our back's line. So now I'm going to be extending the lines horizontally, just as you see me doing right now. If you have your ruler, you can extend your vertical lines that you just imputed. But if you don't have a rule and you are good with your free hand, you can also make do with that. So I'm using my tape to cross-check the lines to see if everything is okay, and we are good to go, guys. Once you're done with that, the next thing will be to impute our shoulder measurement at this point, which is 8 inches. After marking the point, the next thing will be to come down by 1 inch on the shoulder line. Then we're going to be connecting it with a straight line. Once we are done with that, we're going to be connecting that shoulder point line with a vertical line connecting to the breast point line. The next step now will be to find the midpoint of the line. Once we've marked it, we're going to go in by 0.5 inches away from the line. Now we're going to be dividing our round bust measurement by 4. We'll mark the point. Once you're done with that, we'll connect the 3 dots together. The dot on the bust point, the one on the mid armhole, and then connecting back to the shoulder line. Once you are done with that, we're going to be cross-checking our measurements to see if everything is fine. So once we are done with that, we'll label our breast point line, our underbust, and our back effect line. We're going to be imputing our nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches in this case. We're going to be inserting the lines on the underbust and the back line. We insert it on the underbust line, the back line, and the waistline. You can decide not to extend the line to the back line because the line will not be needed at that point since it's going to have a basque effect. So now on the waistline, we're going to be marking half of an inch on the left as well as on the right hand side. Then we're going to be connecting the lines diagonally towards the underbust line, using our ruler to connect it in form of a triangle. Once we've done that, on the breast point line we're going to be going in by 0.75 inches. We'll mark that point. Once we are done with marking that particular point, we're going to be placing our breast pad, our already made breast pad. But before doing that, make sure to notch the center points so you know where to place on the dart line. So once I was done with that, I'm going to be using my marker to rule a curve using the breast cup as a guide. Please place it carefully so it doesn't move. Mind you, my pattern paper right now is on fold. So once I was done with that, now we're going to be connecting the sides. Don't forget to add your allowances, guys. Remember we did our bust measurement divided by 4, then you add 2 inches for seam allowance. Then on the under bust also, round under bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches. On the waistline, you do round waist divided by 4, then you add 2 inches for allowance. Once you are done marking each point, we're going to be connecting the lines using our rule. Don't forget to always double check to see that your measurement is accurate so you don't run short of fabric while cutting your actual fabric using your pattern paper. So once I was done with that, now it's time for us to connect the dots. You can see how I am doing this, guys. Remember earlier on I told you the lower part I added 4 inches and that will serve as our back waistline. That's from the waistline come down by 4 inches. So now on the upper part, we are going to be connecting the side lines towards the armhole point. Not directly on the armhole line, but towards the breast point line. That's from the breast point line you go up by 1 inch. So now on the waistline I came down by 4 inches. So now I'm going to be connecting my waistline towards that back line. At this point you can decide to give the line any shape that you want. If you want it to form in form of a V or a curvy line, then you can do whatever you like at this point, or give it whatever shape you so please. If you know this is your first time on the channel, guys, please do well to hit on that red subscribe button, like this video, subscribe and comment on the bust in the comment section so you can trigger the YouTube algorithm, guys. And make sure to like this video. Let's grow this community together, guys. You know, hard work always pay. Let's learn, encourage me, guys, so we can grow together. Back to the video, guys. So once you're done with all of that, now it's time to cut. Make sure you look at the point in which I am cutting so you don't make mistake when you're cutting yours also. On the upper part, I'm going to be cutting the actual pattern paper because I intend to add allowance on the upper part where we are going to be placing the breast cup. So I will add half of an inch on the lower part as well as on the upper part of this pattern paper. I'm going to show you once I do that on my fabric, so watch carefully and make sure to stick to the end so you don't miss out on any point. So now we're done with cutting the front part. We're going to be placing the front pattern paper to get the back. So you can see how the front is looking. So I'm going to fold it back and use it to cut the back part of the fabric or the back part of the pattern paper. Make sure to take the same measurements in which you took for the front part, but before then mark 1.5 inches vertically, and that will serve as your zipper allowance. So once you've marked that 1.5 inches down, you're going to place your front pattern paper just like you see me doing right now. Then you connect the lines together, matching the front to the back. Remember, the basque effect is just going to be on the front pattern paper. It's not applicable to the back. The back is going to stop on the place of the waistline, but every other part remains the same, guys. So once you're done with that, we're going to trace out the paper, and the back line is not going to have that place you're going to be putting a breast cup. You're going to connect the line just as curvy as you see, but not too deep or in a slanty way. You can see how it's looking, guys. So now I'm stopping the back pattern paper on the waistline just like I said earlier. The back is shorter than the front, so we're going to be adding just the basque effect on the front pattern paper. Once I was done with that, I'm going to be placing back the front pattern paper to compare the sides and the upper part if it actually aligns, and so far so good. Everything is looking nice and neat. Don't forget to place your dart on the back also. I'm going to be doing that off camera since I have already marked the dart on the front. But to get the dart on the back, make sure you place your tape after the zipper allowance and mark 4 inches. Then you connect the line towards the breast point, the under bust and the waistline, marking half of an inch on each point. Then on the zipper part, I'm going to take away 1 inches from the lower part, and then I connected the line towards the upper part to take away zip bulge on the pattern paper just like you see me cutting out. And I labeled it as zipper line. Once I was done with that, I'm going to cut out the parts that I need for the back pattern paper. We are almost done, guys, so please be patient. Look at this carefully so you know where to cut and where not to cut. Now that we are done with the back pattern paper, we're going to be placing the front and the back together to see if it aligns. You can see that the only difference between the back and the front is that the front has backs waistline and the back has zipper, but every other part is the same. So now I'm placing the back to the front so you can see the basque effect on the front, so you can see how it's looking, guys. Now I'm going to use this pattern paper to cut on this beautiful yellow, red, white fabric that you're seeing. So I'm going to place it now and cut. I've cut out the front, so I'm cutting the back now. I didn't add any allowance on the sides. The only allowance I added on the fabric was on the upper part as well as on the lower parts, which will be for the stitching of the breast cup, and then for the lower parts it will be for turning the lining with the fabric. If you know you've gotten to this point and you've not subscribed to the channel, guys, please, let's encourage each other. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on the bust cup in the comment section below, guys. Let's trigger the YouTube algorithm so this video can get to as many people on YouTube, and so also for other people to learn and to bring out their creative sides also. So now that we are almost done with cutting of the pattern paper and cutting of the fabric, you can see that every other thing is coming into form, guys. Let me know if you like the color of the fabric, and if you have other favorite color, let me know down in the comment section below. For me, I love this color because it has yellow, red, white, black. So the print is actually very colorful and I love it so much. So now I'm notching the zipper part, so I will know when I'm sewing where my zipper is going to sit. So you can see that everything is aligning and everything is good. So we're done with cutting this. Until I come your way next time, guys, be good, keep creating, keep loving yourself, and keep taking your sewing journey a step at a time, and you eventually get there at the end of the day. Never lose hope, because every expert started from learning, just like we're doing right now. Until I come your way next time, bye.